Market Day, where locally produced vegetables are sold. That looks like a bargain. And both customers and traders seem to be enjoying the whole business. There goes Ann-Car. A selection of plants by our local and recently formed co-op, Fresh Fields. The Glen Inn, now owned by Colm O'Ryan, formerly Quinn's, the first singing pub in the country. Part of the old Fair Day tradition still lives on. McDermott's, bar, a restaurant and guest house. And next door we have Kelly's, lounge and guest house. Here we have Martin Murphy from Glenamaddy, far removed from headstones, buying a calf from Joe Egan of Dunmore. A man going home with a bargain, we hope. And it's back to business again. Murphy seems very slow to buy. This is a long business. This could go on all day. Now, maybe he'll buy the two instead of one. That seems to be it. The deal is done. Here we have Whelan's, corner house and bar. Willie Mannion's, lounge and supermarket. We now cross the road to the Bank of Ireland, and next door we have the Irish Permanent. We cross again to Jack Garvey's, the chemist shop, bar and undertaker. A quick view of Tommy Huzzy going to work. Back to the square again and Fallon's hardware shop. A farmer going about his work. And we're back again, looking up Church Street now, and CIE is still in business. The Galway bus is just about to depart. And back again to Sean Keaveney.
Your man with the white coat.
There goes Sonny Kelly heading home. Eamon Whelan, who holds the distinction that he was the one and only mayor of Glenamaddy. Seen here talking to our local doctor, Dr Geraghtys. Formerly Richard Dockery's, a new addition to the pub scene in Glenamaddy, Joe Divley's. Closely watched from across the road by the Garda station. Our new post office, Matty Potter's. Matty also has a hardware shop and foods. Now to Church Street and to John L. Garvey's, seen at his door with 2 clients. J.P. Raftery, Clondoyle, keeping a watchful eye on his investments. A sign of the times, Speedy's Fast Food. Keaveney's Shop and Garage. Margaret Keaveney fills petrol for Rebecca Murphy. Under the watchful eye of her husband, James. Tom Morgan. The residence of our local vet, Jerry Fitzmaurice. And Malachy Mooney's as busy as ever. At Geraghtys, newsagent and grocery shop. And at the rear, our local library. Here we have James Keaveney getting ready to depart for another load of cattle, and our church against a very pleasant blue sky. A very shy person. And we have a sample of their headstones art. A busy housewife. Oh, the young get tired. Are they empty or full? A typical scene on the 4 roads. Garda Jim Mc Hugh keeps the traffic moving. Now to Kilkerran Road. Liam Brogans Bakery, formerly the cinema, or maybe some of you saw your first cowboy. Orly Mannion going home from school. Francis Gannon keeping Glenamaddy tidy. And a good job he's making of it too. Heenahan's food store. And now O'Keefe's Field, now our new housing estate. 18 houses recently completed, including 4 especially designed for the elderly. Our health centre, and Joe O'Neill's music store. Yours truly, Michael O Hara's house, and the annual facelift for the school. St. Joseph's National School, built in 1962, has 4 teachers and 120 pupils. On the Dunmore Road, pupils from Colossus Joseph heading for home. Colossus Joseph, opened 26 years ago by the Sisters of Mercy, has a staff of 22 and a roll of 300. Heading for home, we hope a little wiser. That's not the way you or I went home. St. Benan's Vocational School on the Kilkerran Road. Built in 1961, it has a staff of 12 and a roll of 150. All credit to staff and pupils for well-kept grounds. Some recent developments: Dolan's House, Docus, our school for the mentally handicapped. Our most recent amenity, the new pitch and putt course, now in the course of preparation. Our sorrowful past, the old workhouse, built after the famine and run by the bond-secure sisters till the 1920s, when destroyed by fire. Spare a thought for the unfortunate who walked through the gates. Better days in Glenamaddy. Our new community centre, completed in 1984, with large hall and recreation facilities. By day it is used as a daycare centre, some satisfied customers. And in the evening, various classes are held. Here we see a class of Irish dancers being put through their paces by Maureen and Frankie Cuniff. And an ICA meeting in progress.
Do we look down? You were standing up.
Now, we'll be ready. Just hold that. And kind of look at the camera, pretend you're working there. Yeah.
A desirable residence, Dr. Geraghtys' house. And across the road, we have Josie Riley with his wife Nora and daughter Jean. Incidentally, Nora is an aunt of the present Rose of Tralee, Noreen Cassidy. Josie is a progressive farmer. He has a tractor and will travel. A quick view of Fenton Conroy's holiday home and the Glenrara rest home. Rom Plastics, our most recent factory, manufacturers of all types of tanks. It employs 16 people and specialises in the manufacture of fishing floats. Paddy Joe Keaveney in the Ballymore Road, light engineering and manufacture and repair of agricultural machinery. Glenamaddy Products is 20 years in the component manufacturing business. It employs 6 and makes various products for industry and for the building trade. Here we have Brogans Bakery, and has the distinction of winning 5 first-place awards in the All-Ireland Hygiene Awards. He has a staff of 10 and covers an area 15 to 20 miles in diameter. He is the only bakehouse in the country to have gotten such awards. Paddy Fallon, outside his house and joinery, on the Kilkerran Road, on land formerly Lowry's land. Glenamaddy Airfield. Plane arrives with Sean Og Kelly, a student pilot, being welcomed by his father. And we have the pilot, James Kearney, of Clonberne. We now have some scenes from the 1986 Glenamaddy Horse Show.
A quick turn over to the far over side once again. And gets over that in a time of 31.3, but she now carries 4 faults. Comes into the second last one, 3-4 strides, up and over, with a little flick from the hind legs, out on a time of 40.8, but unfortunately for Nationwide and Con Power, carrying 4 faults. Stay there. It was the colours.
Absolutely. They're very striking. In fact, it's a stunning outfit.
And may I add as a gentleman that she's a good-looking girl as well.
Show organisers put up a good prize fund. It will draw all the top competitors because, after all, money is the name of the game. Like, why does a person keep a grade A horse in this country? Only to win as much as possible.
And I heard you're from County Mayo.
No,
Where are you from, son?
Roscommon.
What part?
Well, mostly Orden.
Mostly?
Orden country.
And this competition, of course, was sponsored by Mrs. Rafferty's husband, Mr. Martin Rafferty. And all these fine riders and horses go on a fine lap.
Middletown or whatever it is.
A practice session in Porracondlana, the local GAA playing field. The only dry hall in the West, the Sound of Music Club, Joe O'Neill's place, formerly the Esker Ballroom. The Credit Union, founded 12 years ago, has 600 members, and last year moved to its new premises at Church Street. The Social Services Centre, also in Church Street, and formerly the residence of Father Colm Kilcoyne, now in Knock. The building is also used by the preschool children. We are now in Mealig Bog, below Brevna Graveyard, with a turf cutting machine. We move back in time and to the Ardeslop Bog with the Mehel cutting turf for the Keaveney brothers. Josie Riley cutting and Paddy Murray catching. And we have Pack's easy rhythm with the Slane, throwing to his brother John. Willie Glenn and Tom Mc Hugh, good neighbours, give their day. A well-earned break, and as everyone who ever worked in the bog knows, there is no better place for an appetite. Even the dog gets fed. There is plenty to go around, and nobody goes home hungry. The boss, Tom Keaveney. This is Bill and Pat Burke, fourth generation blacksmiths, Kiltevna, Dunmore. We now have a rare demonstration of a pony being shod. It's a pity we cannot record the smell on tape. An anxious look from the young rider. One nice shoe fitted and one satisfied customer. The anvil and the lovely ring of the iron being hammered.
Anything under the horse, ties their horse. Well, today them were gone. The tractor came along and took the place of them. And there was all, now this is in the show jumpers and racing ponies and all that. Thoroughbred.
Well, there certainly has been some changes. On a busy day, in the olden days, how many horses a day would be the average?
Well, I tell you now, it just depends what sort of horses you get. If you got ones that would stand up quite for you, you do 8 or 9. But if you got contrary ones or contrary hooves, you might only do a few of them. You see, you get a horse with bad hooves, and you have to make the shoes to take the hooves, which will take a long time. But you get more of them, you could go ahead quick with them.
Yes. And besides horses, what was the other things you had to do?
Well, after the war there was all ploughs. The iron ploughs that tilled the land, and there were scufflers after that for drills, harrowtons, and so forth like that, belting, putting straps on swindles for ploughing, and only for the blacksmith and the horse them days, this country would be dead with the hunger now. So it didn't keep the country going. We were getting nothing in from foreign.
It certainly looks like that, right?
It is certainly the truth.
You had to be self-sufficient.
You had.
Now, your tools that you use, did you have difficulty in getting those, or were they passed on to you?
Sure, I made some of them.
You actually had to make some of your tools?
Yes.
And you just made them from bits and pieces, or did you have to buy material to make them with?
You get bits of steel here and there, you know.
And just fashion them into the tools that you needed?
Yeah, fashion them into the tools as you needed.
And the coal, did you always have to use coal?
Coal was very bad after the time of the war and after the war. Very bad to weld with it. You couldn't weld with it. And the iron, the steel that was coming through was very bad. There was parts through it, and it was like metal, mixed up with metal and one thing and another. And even today, it's much the same.
Sean Kelly, did you see him getting the...
Bells were pealing over London, midnight hour rang loud and clear. As I walked along the pavement, thinking of old Ireland dear, when I heard a young man crying, and his cries were loud and clear. God be with my friends in Galway, God be with my mother dear. I'll go back to Glenamaddy, to the place where I was born, just to meet my friends and neighbours after Mass on Sunday morn. Back to see Tallest waters, Gortnagir and Shanamore. How I'd love to be in Esker, just to cross the bogs once more. To Glenamaddy, where I first set out to roam. There I'll settle down forever, and no more I'll yearn for home. Back to see my friends in Barna, Ballyhard and Glasgow, Topper and Clonlinda, it's the sweetest place I know. London town can be so lonely, parted from your friends so dear. But at home in Glenamaddy, there is plenty of good cheer.
We have the writer of the song, John Duggan, on the right, and Seamus Mannion, the singer, on the left.
So I say farewell to London, I'll go home and join the fun. I'll go back to Glenamaddy, to the place where I was born, just to meet my friends and neighbours
parish priest, Father Glenn, and the curate, Father Lyons. This is the Glenamaddy and District Exile Committee in association with the Glenamaddy Daycare Committee. Maura Keane, representing Williamstown. Teresa Fitzmaurice, representing Glenamaddy. John Gilligan, representing Kilkerran. Kathleen Geraghty, representing Glenamaddy. Rita Morgan, representing Granlahan. Mary Neary from Glensk, and Brendan Timothy from Glenamaddy. And last but not least, we have Myra Healy from Dunmore. And this is the Glenamaddy Community Centre. It was built 4 years ago. Since September 84, part of the building is used as a daycare centre for the senior citizens in the area. In this film, we will show you a typical day in the centre. Our first bus has just arrived. Here are two ladies doing their exercises on the parallel bars. And here we have another lady doing her exercises, supervised by the nurse. And here we have another lady improving her muscles.
Joe, can you read me over?
This man is using the exercise bicycle. We use pedals only as a person in a wheelchair can use it. Occupational Therapy Department. And we have 2 nurses giving a helping hand. This is our kitchen. As you can see, our staff are kept very busy. The main meal of the day is now being served.
Come here, that's what it's from.
Yours is in the bottom, it's okay. Get it far, get it far.
I think to the village is not me yet. I do a part. Now I have to do that. Sort of part. What do you want? What do you want?
Don't we look super?
I was about to home, I think, and we got him carried me home. And then
This is a bathroom and toilets with specially designed facilities. A game of drafts. The ever popular bingo.
Okay, give us a laugh.
And the game of cards.
Free cash.
We give you two.
Public health nurse and general practitioner making their daily visit. Entertainment is the highlight of the day.
Give me a clear shot of the accordion player first.
You want to get the accordion player?
enough of that now, or do you want a bit of more?
It's a place of blessing. It lies to the north. Now I'll tell you its name. It's my own native birthplace, and it's on Irish soil. Sure they call it lovely Derry, on the banks of the Fyle, by those bank-sided ramparts. I can do no more.
Lord, one fly, one tea fly, south outside you are playing, in the full time, dark joy, the south and the forgive me and cross the main road,
Crossing the wide Atlantic, then once more he wished her home. And as he was leaving his mother, while walking o'er the quays, for he threw his arms around her waist, and these are the words he says. A mother's love is a blessing, no matter where you roam. Please her while she's living, you'll miss her when she's gone. Love her as from childhood, oh feeble, old and grey, but you never miss a mother's love till she's buried beneath the clay.
And sunny morning, as I ramble from my home, down by the banks of a silvery stream, I carelessly roam. I overheard a fair maid cry, as the tears from her eyes did flow. She was all for the loss of her own true love, on the hills of sweet Mayo.
Here we have a group relaxing in the warm sunshine.
Smile, you're on television.
Our administrator, Gertie Timothy, who works on a voluntary basis. And the rest of our efficient and hard-working staff.
Very good.
The bus being used as an ambulance in an emergency, with the public health nurse in attendance. Departing for home and getting a helping hand from the staff and our bus drivers.
Right, I think you have to go now before we close the door.
That's Lord.